What's popping, my pathetic princesses? What's up? What's up? What's up? Someone instantly got a throbbing one right there. Someone is like mega chub. Apparently my main browser is actually 193 tabs. Look at this. That's 85. That's so many. Welcome to stream. Right now I have, how many subs do I have? Right now I have 11 subs. 2 of them turned up for the reveals. So if anyone was a subscriber to the Ninx Should I See channel, and you missed it on my Discord, I did an early reveal of the video that is set to come out tomorrow. And only 2 people turned up. So, and they were both mods, which is funny. So, you know, if you are a sub, I try to give a couple more benefits. If you don't turn up, I can't do nothing about that. But I am trying to do more stuff. So if you join the Discord and you check the announcements, I do have announcements for subscriber perks. I'm going to make a sub announcement specific area as well. Which will be good. So if you are a subscriber, do join my channel. My channel's Discord, sorry. Because some perks and subscriber events will be shown over on specifically just Discord, where you can find them out. So if you do that, you can hear about them. If you don't, what? Please check your recording path under settings, output recording. What? Oh, because it's in a different place now. Okay. Okay, I need to remember to do that with Discord, with OBS, because my recording outputs are in a different location now, technically, because I put it into a combined folder with all my editing stuff. Because it got annoying trying to find stuff when I put it in different places. Hynix, hello. Hello, how are you doing? Chat, we have a bird. Nobody move too fast. You'll scare them. I scare birds. Not enough. I would say too much, but they're one of the few things that refuses to fuck off. I tried to drink beers and eat burgers in the park, and I genuinely had to kick a seagull in the face because it kept getting close when I scared it, and it flew at me and tried throw hands, and I had to kick it directly in the face. Seagulls are like the bird mafia, and sometimes you gotta put them in their place. We can see the pink circles. They should just go away naturally. I don't know why sometimes they stay, because they should just go away when I don't look at them. But sometimes they just kind of stay there. And I can't really do too much about it. But 7 p.m. BST. Sorry, 6 p.m. BST tomorrow. Resident Evil Part 1. The video. Should be pretty good. Stressed bird noises. But don't be stressed. Be unstressed. Be relaxed. That's what I was looking for. That was what I was looking for. Wait, how does the create clip button work? Wait, can I? Because I was going to. Hang on. Because I was going to do a create clip type thing. I was going to change it because currently my create clip button only creates the last, 30 seconds. And I wanted to change it to, 2 minutes. How to make it longer? Wait, hang on. How do I make this longer? How to make create clip button on stream deck clip a longer time. Unstressed bird noises? Wonderful. Correct. You're a kiwi, so you're technically also a bird when you're not a fruit. What if you're both? What about both? Huh? You ever thought about that? Can you be a bird fruit? A fruity bird? A fruity bird is just a lesbian. Ah. I have corn on my teeth. I have teeth corn. Ah. Ah. A fruity bird sounds about right. What if you're a birdie fruit? Is that different? Is a birdie fruit different? Is that when you're an effeminate gay man? Abrufeted. I think that's Polish. It looks Polish. It looks Eastern European. That seems about right. Bifruit. Oh, it's bisexual fruit. Okay, there we go. We got it. We got it, guys. We got it. Ah. 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 What? What? A what? Okay. Nothing. Okay. Sorry, I thought something was broken. Luckily not. It makes bird and fruit, but it went better in your head. Well, you know what went better in my head? Me. I went better in my own head. No, I had a weird thing happen recently. I got, like, a random friend request from someone I've never interacted with and who doesn't follow me or appears in any Discord or anything. And I'm still confused. People have probably heard me talk about this in Discord. I'm still confused how I got found. Who snitched? Is anyone here snitching on me to other streamers? Is that what y'all doing? Y'all are snitching? Y'all are telling people I exist? Who the fuck is telling people I exist? What the hell, guys? What the hell? Anyway, so I haven't actually decided what we're doing today because I basically spent the entirety of today panicking. I was supposed to get some shorts done, and I'm just panicked and stupid and very, very done. People might exist, but this wasn't your doing. Most of you just talked about you to my friends. You have friends? Are you sure? Are you sure? Is that what you're telling me, huh? That me have friends? But yeah, I'm still confused about that. So I was supposed to have a bunch of stuff done, and I didn't because I'm shit at life. But so we have two options. We have either A, we continue Rogue Trader. We try to finish Rogue Trader soon. We're not that far off. We're like partway through Act 4. I don't think Act 4 is that long. Longest act Rogue Trader. I think Act 2 is the longest. Act 2 is the longest. Act 1 and 4 are moderate. Act 3 and 5 are very, very tiny, tiny, tiny. So we don't have that much longer in Rogue Trader, so we can start working on that. Alternatively, we could play some more Resi to get that content starting done so that soon, in about a month or so, we can get another video out. Imaginary friends count? It depends, right? Are they into Yuri? Do they have good opinions on life? Are they Warhammer fans? Are they PogChamp? Anything else? You have like 5 friends, yes? Disgusting. Stop friendship mogging me, huh? Stop friendship mugging me. Oh my god. My mods have just delivered me chocolate. Guys, everyone else fucking sucks. Melanie's officially the best mod. They just delivered me a box of chocolates. Officially mogging me. Oh, we do have those. Oh, you already put them in? I'll plug them. Thanks. I'll suck on like one of those. You back, you had to leave. Not having your laptop means you can't watch two people at once. Damn, you're getting spit roasted? Bruh? You already knew Melio's best mod? Kiwi, are you cucking yourself? Did you put yourself in the cuck chair? You're like, I'm a beta. Look at this other person. They're just me, but better. Is that what you're doing? Bro, you don't need a cuck chair. You need a whole cuck suite. You need a cuck sauna. Crazy work? It is, honestly. There's beta, bitch, and then there's Kiwi. What color do you like? What's your favorite chocolate race? 2 orange ones. 2 types. There's 3 types. Mouse cream pie. There we go. Hi, Nix. Hello. Hey, Wood. You missed the reveal show for the subs. You should really check the Discord announcements page more. Oh, it's a heckin' jumper. Holy shit, you know your place? Are you trying to hear a good girl out here? Is that what you want? I'm not gonna give it to you. This isn't Blue Twitch. That's not what we do around here. This was like censoring stuff.
Indoctrinated loser.
Oh my god. We got another simp. Hello. We're cuckolding the mods. What's up? Why would you want that? I called you a cuck. And you said that you know your place. That's wild. You're at work? Are you wearing headphones at work? Are you wearing headphones? Chat, is everyone in chat wearing headphones? Happens? Oh well, you can just check out the video at 6 p.m. BST tomorrow. It's a pretty good one. The audio's a little bit fucky because apparently I fucked the audio in the Resi streams and nobody told me. So next time I have audio issues, can someone tell me so it's not fucked for the VODs? Please? Did someone tell you that? You have headphones on? Yes? Yes? Everyone has headphones? Fuck. Damn it. Damn it. Why do people not fall for that anymore? By the way, for reference, if Melanie says literally anything, just know that they are sitting behind me looking awkward. Because they're actually visiting. I know. I'm friends with my mods. I've committed the gravest sin any streamer can commit. Giving the mods rights. This one's dick shaped. That was a good shot, right? That's actually a good shot. Fucking cocked in the head. When your family, unplug my headphones if you want. Don't fuck yourself over like that. That shame will go forever. Like in the IRL experience. Sounds fun. It's scary? What the fuck? What do you mean it's scary? I am wonderful and nice. Okay, I'm gonna stop eating, like, toffee. on stream, because this is disgusting for everyone. Nick's toffee eating ASMR. Just the worst. And because they were friends before they came mods. See, Melly was actually one of my, like, first viewers. I know. Embarrassing. So what inspired someone's stream title? I clicked on someone's random stream, and they were talking about being called mommy. And then I didn't eat food because I made chicken wings, and then when I really don't like chicken wings, and I haven't eaten any protein today. So I'm currently 80 grams of protein down for my protein goal. To, you know, live. You don't have mods yet. You should probably get those. Streaming without mods is a terrible idea. For many reasons, including the lack of mods. That's the main reason. Get more than 45 minutes. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? I mean, how do I not like chicken or cheese? I like chicken. I just ate chicken wings and went, these fucking suck. They were pretty bad. But cheese is gross. That's just nasty. You need to get affiliate and then you'll see about it. Filly these nuts in your mouth. Fucking feel them slopping around in there. Feeling good night. Whoa. Coming in that. Nope. Self-censoring. No, you were not on break. Breaking these nuts in your chin. I'm really funny, guys. I promise. I promised all the new people I'm really funny. I'm really fucking funny. Right? Chat. Convince them. Convince them I'm funny. Give them, like, top 3 reasons. I want to know your top 3 reasons why the fuck you like, watch this channel. I want to hear, because I want to make clippable content for TikTok videos that are easy. And this sounds great. This sounds so easy. Just top 3 reasons to watch me. Be nice. Be nice. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. What's bad about cheese? Why do I want to eat rotten milk? Eldrassi, and you thought I was a femboy. Bruh. Why do you keep coming here? Did you get reverse trapped? Is that what happened? Did you get reverse trapped? What the fuck? I have great opinions. True. My opinions are fire. My opinions are so fire, I get called slurs for them. And that's how you know that they're a good opinion. That's how you know the opinion is based, when you get called a slur. Because I'm sorry, if your only counter argument is to call me a slur, you can eat my ass. That's not in... I'm not incentivizing people to call me slurs. I'm just saying. You love being called slurs? Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. There's a difference between getting called slurs in the bedroom, which is still weird for me, than being called slurs in a Discord comment section. Sorry, TikTok comment section. Discord comment section? Yeah, shout out. Shout out to getting called slurs in the Discord comments. Mel can confirm if Nick's truly is not a femboy. Well, only half the time am I a boy, and being a femboy requires, you know, referring to thyself as a femboy. So there's the main one kind of fucked with. Kind of counterspell that label. Fuck you, it means it tracks. You know what I mean. Because you can't lose your poor stream at this point of life. Your poor stream? I'm your poor stream? I'm sorry, I'm your poor stream? Stream streak? Are you a femboy? They say to someone who weighs like 120 kilos. Oof. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. So good. Ugh, that's so good. That's good shit. Ugh. The only sometimes they want to be never. Where the hell are you going? Hi. How have I been jelly bean? Am I a jelly bean? I didn't think so. I'm not very squishy. My bones are just really dense. I had a friend, he checked the leg kick from me and he asked, he was like, yeah, I bet that hurt, didn't it? Because it hurt me. And I had to look him in the eye and be like, no, I'm fine. I was super androgynous. Yeah, it'd be crazy if that was intentional, wouldn't it? That'd be crazy. That'd be insane. Just, are you a femboy or a tomboy? And I was like, why are they the only two options? Because those are the options everyone defaults to when they see someone who looks vaguely NB. My color reminds you of a jelly bean? How many jelly beans are purple? To be fair. How many, like, types of jelly beans are purple? I can only think of, like, the purple ones, you know? Wait, hang on. Wait. No shit. Next. No shit. The purple ones are purple? Fucking crazy. Oh my god. Grape? Where the hell has grape jelly beans? It's normally like blackcurrant, right? Or like blackberry? Has anyone tried my combo of blackberry cocoa yet? In like a protein shake? Has anyone done that yet? Or is everyone still trying to gaslight me by telling me that sounds awful? Because Osborne very opposite to what you look like, and thank God for not looking anything like our models. I mean, I never said I don't look like this. I just don't. I look deeply unattractive. I mean, I guess to be fair, your thoughts. You just want to say hi, hello. We are here. We are queer, and we were very I can't think of what else sounds like ear. I guess ear. I had chocolate and protein powder. No. You don't use chocolate protein powder. You make it like with other stuff. You make it with other stuff than chocolate protein powder. No, I have caramel latte protein powder. That's a lot better. I use vegan protein powder, not because I'm vegan, but because whey protein makes my skin break out. You're trans though. Welcome to, I think, 60% of my chat. Welcome. Half of them are trans. The rest of them are on their way. Hello, Reddy. Speaking of on their way, how are you doing? Is that rude? That's rude. That's mean. You know what? Wait, hang on. Let's make everyone feel more inclusive. Wait, I can do more. I can do more. That was not the right button. Let's put that away. You're a meowdy. Meowdy partner. Meowdy Nyartner. Wait. Are you a cat girl? Are you a cat girl? Wait, I have a joke. What what do you call a cat girl that makes you cry? What do you call a cat girl that makes you cry? Tabby's your name? What? Okay, what do you call a cat girl that makes you cry? An onion. Cause onions make you cry, and cat girls go nyan. God, I'm so fucking funny. Holy shit. Wow. Hi, chat. Hello, Captain Obvious. Are you here? That's crazy. I'm sorry you joined with only like 10 seconds to go on the reveal. I'm sorry. I felt bad, but but I couldn't show off the whole thing. I need those views somehow. Yeah, Onion. See? Someone fucking likes it. Chat, you can't fucking tell me it's terrible anymore. Someone likes it. I'm officially funny. I won. I won. My mods are looking at me with fear. I need more chocolate. Chocolate time. It happens, forgot about it. Listen, there's 2 people in chat that joined besides you, and both of them are moderators, and thus helped me make the channel. So, you are officially the most on-it chatter out of literally anyone. It's still a terrible joke? Fuck you. Choke on these nuts. Sorry, joke on these nuts. Klaus! Ah! There we go. What about you? You didn't join. You didn't join the reveal. Went to work one day, and it was who said, "Oh, hi, you." In return, you said, "Texas." I don't mean to make you feel awkward, but I do. I had a dream. I had a meetup. What would that look like? It would be 2 people in a shed, gently crying softly, while I don't know, ate a burger. I can't imagine anything good would come out of that. The thing about a meetup is chat would have to remember it was happening. And I can't imagine that ever going well. I'm sorry, I know y'all. Me and 2 mods? True. True. That has been confirmed. You and the 2 least sexy mods to ever walk the earth. I'm surprised I didn't get punched in the back of the head for that one. To be fair. I'm surprised I didn't get punched. I'm protected from with my RE gaming chair. RE League of Legends gaming chair. It has foxtails. It's so masculine. It's so aura. Wow, okay, Twitch, you are breaking. What the fuck is this? See, Mel, this is what I have to deal with. This is what I have to deal with. You make fun about me about tech issues. My browser is convulsing. Is actually an RE chair. Nobody here plays League of Legends. Nobody knows what that means. We'll have a great day. I shall try. I'm trying to keep this cult together. And it's not the easiest thing all the time, you know? We struggle. We strive. And we make the world a little bit queerer every day. Because I make people accept themselves. Accept these nuts in their mouth. Yep. Well done. Have you even seen me? You're a Twitch mod. For a VTuber with 442 followers. I can make my assumptions. Although we're almost at 31... I was going to say 31k on YouTube. No, 3,100 on YouTube. 31k would be crazy. Surprised I don't know what my mods looks like. Well, I can turn around and look at one of them. I wish I couldn't, but I can. So. No, you can't. I can. Bonk. See? You hate being the butch of multiple streamers because you have to juggle. Oh. That makes more sense. Bitch. Either or, any combination of words that were said by either of us, I feel like works in this context. I'm gonna be real. Bianca's held to randomly send a picture when we don't even talk. True. In case everyone was wondering about the random VTuber who sent a friend request, I haven't heard anything. I accepted it and then just didn't send any message in return because I'm awkward. So we'll see if anything ever happens. Bleh. Bleh. Okay. Chatty Senpai. What do you want to play? Do you want to play anything today, or do you want to just do a just chatting stream? What you want? Which you really want? Which you want? Which you really want? Which you want? Which you really blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? I know how words work, and I can make them extrude from my mouth. How do you not talk when I'm a mod? We have a mod chat that's basically people telling me to do things, and I say, okay, you do it instead. And then they do. The chat will be fun. Okay. We should play, okay, mods. How are you sat behind me and you're still behind on deleting the sussy message? Lol. There we go. Haha, beat to the bunch by Kiwi. Lol. I can bully you in person. Fuck you. Again, my head moderator is sat behind me on a couch. So I can flip him off whenever stuff happens. Chatting's good? Okay, chatting these nuts. I haven't done a chatting stream in a while because we've been trying to slam out that rogue trader in gameplay, doing the job you were hired for. Yet you kind of just hired yourself and I just said okay eventually. That's kind of all that happened, Kiwi. You just kind of forcibly, like, you put on a like a vest and a hard hat and then just came in here every single day for like a 9 to 5 and did nothing and demanded no payment. And eventually I was like, okay, how about you just do the job? Sure. It wasn't a difficult hiring process. It was kind of just thrust upon you. True. Indeed. Hydrate. Okay. I'm never doing that again. I'm never doing that again. That was too much. I'm gonna do more. No, I heard a hydrate redeem. That's just to remind me to drink water, and then I chugged half a liter. So that was not very smart. That actually be your boss, call that manifestation. Manifest these nuts in your mouth. I'm sorry, it's a reflex. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to set up like an Instagram account at some point. Because apparently that's good. That's cool. You manifest that, you are so down bad. I should be sorry? What the fuck? But like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Hey Mel, do you want to buy a bunch of fish? There's a summer sale on fish. Want to buy fish? You can get a bunch of fish. Okay, we're not going to buy fish apparently. We could buy a kilo of haddock. Wait, how much smoked salmon is that? Hang on. How much smoked salmon? It's 200 grams. It makes 2 very generous starter servings. Yeah, for £6, you can fuck off. Anyway, hello, what? What do I mean I'm down bad? I'm clearly a normal functioning human. You are not. You are absolutely, completely unfunctional. You are pathetic. And deeply gay. However, if you're into me, at least half the time you're now straight. So, do with that what you will. Do with that what you will. What do I need fish for? Eating. Usually. I don't know. Do people do anything else with fish other than just eat it? Is that like like thing? Do people have a thing for fish? You're bisexual, but only for me, you guess. You know what? I'll take it. It's the alternative is worse. To be fair. Hey chat. Do I know what a creaky door sounds like? What about a crow? I can't do any other noises, but I can do those. Wait, I can do a dog. I can do a cat. What else? I don't think I can do any other ones, so don't ask. I could have a pet fish. I used to have a pet fish. I had a goldfish that lived for like 10 years. And then it got white spot. A chicken? I think that was not good. That was terrible. That was pretty bad, I think. That was bad. Some use the oil in lamps or in medicine. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to extract fish oil from a fish. Yep. With Melly sitting behind you is so amusing to me. Do you want me to throw something at the mod for a joke? Do we just yeet them over my shoulder? I don't have anything particularly yeetable, but I could find something. Please don't. No. Fuck. But it'd be so funny. I could be like, pew. Just be like, ah. You know? Know what I mean? And you know what I mean? It'd be a sick chicken. Okay. Okay. But what the chickens sound like? Chicken. What does chicken sound like? Chicken noises. It's loading. Chicken noise when you're bored is a stim. There's worse stims. Foreign. I don't think that's the correct subtitle. I don't think I can physically do that noise. I don't think that's possible. I don't. How the hell do you sound like that when you're stimming? I don't think that's possible. I don't have the mouth that can accomplish that noise. Skill issue? I'm sorry. My crow isn't like impressive. It's just skill issue that I can't do chicken, but I could do fucking crow and creaky door and cat and dog, and you're just like, yeah, basic but shit. Actually, yeah, everyone can sound like a fucking crow and a door. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking shit DM. God damn it. I've been clip my noises so I can upload them and pretend I'm impressive and really good at doing things. You know, audio my chicken noises, but you refuse to be the first thing you hear from me. The first thing I heard from you is you on a stream, saying something suspicious and going, oh no, actually that's not what I meant, uwu. I didn't mean that I want a dick in my mouth. That's accidental. While you're playing Slime Rancher. That's the first thing I heard from you. If it makes you feel better, it was deeply embarrassing to witness. Hee. Why was just any of your clips? I just clicked on your channel. It's the first thing I saw. I didn't have to go any deeper. I didn't have to go very deep. No, you're not actually down bad for you. Baka, senpai, it's not like I like you or anything, senpai. You're just such a fucking baka. Humph. Type shit. Not such to perceive you. I'm really good at perceiving things, but only when it's bad for everyone involved. That's about it. It's about the only time I can perceive anything. Any other scenario, fucking blind. Completely just put me down. If it's bad for everyone involved, perfect. I am an assassin. You hate tsunderes, however, himedere I love. Nobody in chat is old enough to be able to make a joke out of that, and I'm glad. I'm glad nobody around here was here long enough to make a joke out of that. But wonderful. Anyway, what is a himedare? I don't even know what a himedare is. What the fuck? What the hell? What is that? What the hell? I'm not supposed to know what you sound like. You sound like someone from Chile. Princess type Kara with the oh ho 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 laugh. I don't think the oh ho 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 laugh is actually like a requirement there, to be fair. I think that's just a common trope. You just want to get stepped on by a bratty girl? You want to get fin-domed? Ready? Do you also want to get fin-domed? Is that what's happening here? I am it. Mel, I can't pull off elbow-length gloves. That's not how that works. Well, okay, Mel. Okay, ready. Wow. At least you admit it. Hello, Eye of the Storm. We're just discussing how much chat wants to get fin-domed. Do you want to play? I got it off the test. No test was ever done. There's no proof that a test was ever done. That's not how things work. Nuh-uh. That's not something for me. Nuh-uh. Nobody here's getting that joke either. I don't want fish dusted in licorice. Sure. Okay, chat. What? When you get femboy doms, you're not really into women, you're into himedare. I guess you could have a himedare femboy. I guess. Hi, hello, Mio. Oh, Mio, you missed the early reveals for subs. That's pretty embarrassing for you. You should feel embarrassed. You should get, like, stepped on and kicked around and stuff. I'm feeling like I'm in a weird mood, I think. Now, do you want to get stepped on? Right there, I expected something punted at my head. Surprised that didn't happen. Ew, I know. It appears someone's hit the fucking thing. And also, that fucking stupid, mix it up. The player has actually not played the sounds. That's kind of annoying. I fucking shit balls. Balls and shit. Balls and shit balls. Why are you atting me? You want to get stepped on? What are you atting me? Someone's gonna heck and click the button. Oh no. Oh, it posted from my channel? I didn't even know that. Wait, sorry. My voice wasn't actually high enough. So, oops. You thought you said Friday? Friday's the actual video upload time. Video comes out tomorrow at 6 p.m. BST. Also, there's an announcements page, and I posted today about how, like, what time it would be at. Wow, this hurts my jaw weirdly. Actually, why am I feeling it in my jaw and the back of my tongue? That's not where I thought that was gonna be, to be honest. Where's the thing I'm looking for? Overlay? Overlay, where are you? Overlay. That's connection. It should be working. Failed? But it is running. God, I fucking hate this stupid fucking overlay. Why do you not work? Like ever. Okay. Mal, you gotta remind me at the start of it. Mods, before every stream, you gotta remind me to restart the overlay, because otherwise it won't work and it won't do the sounds, but I'll hit the button now. This was time. That was what's supposed to play. It's deeply painful in the back of my ears. Hi, sorry. Yeah, you should be. You're gonna have to sit with this for the next 3.5 minutes. Now all of you have to suffer. Yeah. How does this make you feel, Ulu? Yeah, chat can stop calling me a himedare now, because this is not the right voice for that. But this is my voice now. This is how I sound forever. But don't worry, we'll never do a dairy quiz again, because that is not how that works. If this you didn't see until now, my bad. Yeah, it is your bad, you fucker. Oh god. Yeah, I'm sorry. Someone voted for this to be a redeem. Wait, Kiwi, you're the one who literally voted for this to be a redeem. This is literally your fault. This is your fault. Do one now. Fuck. What if I don't, though? What if we don't do one now? What if we don't do a dairy quiz now? What if we don't do that? Because last time it was embarrassing, and that was like 2 years ago. And I don't need to do that again, especially with what Green Onion said. Because that's gonna make them worse. Blah. You don't have to listen to you. But I trusted my moderators would know what was best for the stream. And they voted for an uwu voice. So now we have an uwu voice, and we got to deal with that for a little bit. So that's just kind of what you gotta deal with now. For the next little bit. The funny thing is, you can technically combine it with the other one. You can combine it with the Nya voice, and it gets even worse. I had to practice that in a mirror. What did I say? I stream jump again? What? What does that mean? Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm just uwu for the next 1.5 minutes. Uwu. Yeah. Suffering. Suffering time. My voice is suffering and dying. Is it good to see what it is now? I don't think it is, because no matter what it is, I'm gonna get bullied by chat. And it's also, they're never right. They're never right. Nothing in them is ever right. Whatever it comes out to is the completely incorrect, and actually even sometimes also, you know, sometimes the opposite of what it should be. And, you know, sometimes it's actually just, like, incorrect. You know, but why would they do that? Why would they do what? You're saving for both at the same time? Why would you do that? 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 That's pretty suspicious. That's pretty suspicious. Why's the music stop playing? You fucker. You fucking music. Lil. Oh my god, it stopped. It fucking finished. Thank god. I gave you the idea. Okay, well, how about I give you the idea to, fucking, drown yourself in a toilet in Minecraft. I want some more chocolate. You can eat this one. Like giving your puppy treats. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Who's a good little moderator? Who's a good little moderator? Is it you? Is it you? Do you want the chocolate? Do you want the chocolate? Fetch. 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 She's fetching. Actually, that's good. Yeah, Minecraft a lot. Exactly. I don't even have to watch the consequences of my actions. All right, chat. Should we do this? Chat. It is time. It is time to figure out what kind of anime dairy we are. This is such an old stream idea. Oh my god, this has been updated in June 2026. People still do these. I used to do these kind of videos back in like these kind of like quizzes back in like high school when I was bored. These are my bored type shit ones. That's crazy. People still make BuzzFeed type quizzes. I think there is actually a BuzzFeed one. Hang on, I think I did see a BuzzFeed one. Sure. Sure. Let's do a BuzzFeed one. Because I'm already seeing dairy types that aren't dairy. I don't think Neko is a type of dairy. So I'm already ready to be painful. I actually wanted to do that too some time ago. You have no clue. All right, well, let's just go through this together, chat. I'll post the link to them. I'll post the link to them in chat so we can go along them together, and we can get some sweet chat engagement. So, what kind of dare are you? What is your typical reaction when someone confesses their love to me? Well, it wouldn't happen. So that's step one. Realistically, that won't happen. So let's pick the one that acknowledges the fact that that wouldn't ever happen. What do I think about relationships? Let's pick the S&M response. I feel like that works. I feel like if that were probably that one. I don't like. I get weird. You can't see it in vertical. Well, I can't really do much about that. That's the problem with vertical, is if I'm looking at something like a game or a web page, it's not really gonna work well. It's just kind of the way it is. It's already like dragged like super over to the side. Like nowhere can I ever put this and have it work. It's just how it's gonna be. Read out the one you click. But what if I don't wanna? Okay, what if I don't wanna? How would I deal with an enemy? Look down upon. Yeah, I'm not looking down upon anybody. I'm too much of a like a fucker. Assert my authority. I don't think I have authority over literally anything. Disrupt the horizontal. PogChamp. Okay. Ignore them and act like they don't exist. I mean, this really depends, because I feel like the concept of enemy is far too broad. Because, like, I'm not going to eliminate someone if they're my enemy in the concept of, like, they've stolen a pen from me. Or they've like, I would say someone who steals whatever I'm eating is my enemy. But, like, I'm not gonna eat them just because they've stolen food from me. You know? Sub only? What do you mean? What the fuck? I didn't do that? How does that even turn on? What the hell? I think one of the mods, I think Melanie accidentally turned that on with her phone. I think Mel accidentally turned it on. Because that's not even in my quick actions. Like, that's not even in my quick actions. So I can't even, like, do that. Like, it's not even a thing I can do. I mean, this is pure discrimination. It would be. It absolutely would be discrimination. I fucking hate sub-only mode. How would I deal with an enemy? Let's do this one as like a general thing. I like to mog my opponents in life. Otherwise, it's like if someone's jumping me, it's this. They're getting something broken. How do I show affection? Well, I don't. So, you know, let's have that one-way affection. That's I'm not gonna read this out. I'm not gonna read this out. You can read it if you'd like, but you know, sometimes you don't want to dress yourself. Sometimes you don't want to cook. Sometimes you just, you know, life is tiring and you want to get fed grapes. That just is what it is. If someone confessed their love to you, how do you react? Again, this does... didn't we already do this? Didn't we already do this one? I thought we did the play. What do you mean, uh-huh? What's the worst that could happen? Many things. Many things. You can read it if you want. You can read it. But I'm not going to read it out. I can't read, actually. What do I do if someone confesses their love to me? Again, this doesn't happen. But the fuck would I even do? The fuck would I even do? I'm not obsessive. I don't blush. I'd be more confused than anything. Makes you love me? No. No, you don't. Nuh-uh. 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 Okay, I'm just gonna assume this is just a random person confessing their love to me. We're just gonna assume and go off the principle it's that. It's either these two. It's one of these two. I'd like to think, though, that I would probably say something accidental that would... Like, I feel like it would be this. I would be doing this. But then I would say something accidentally that would be like, fucking prove it then, Lamau, as a joke. So I guess that one. Because I'm awkward. And I joke when I'm awkward. How would I react if someone hurt my loved one? They get kicked violently? I would forgive them? What? Who's forgiving nothing? I feel like, is this question written badly? How would you react if someone hurt your loved one? I would protect them at all costs. I would be heartbroken. I feel confused. I feel confused. I guess this one? Yeah. Let's assert our VTuber dominance. Let's dominance Mog just the situation. Let's do that. Let's dominance Mog. Let's do that shit. If someone's flirting with my crush, I am too asexual to have a crush. I'm simply too ace to do this. I'm simply too ace. So this question doesn't comprehend me because I can't have one of those. So probably just ignore them, I guess. What is my perspective on the world? Probably this one. World can be poggers, but there's some shit. So you gotta fight to make the shit better. I suppose that one. One more to describing. Chat, how are you describing me? I'm obviously superior, right? I'm obviously superior. That's what y'all are picking, right? That's what y'all are picking? For sure. How y'all describing me, huh? What's your answer? What's your answer? Chat. Chatty senpai. Chatty bitch. Chat a lot. Funny. I disagree, but you know. What's my favorite emotion? Yeah, you know what? I really like fear. You know, that's really what I like. We move on. we move on. We move on. We move on. Move on. My crush is sitting alone in a park. Why is every single answer here really awkward? What? I guess talk to them. I can't tell right now. What does that even mean? Well, I guess maintain eye contact? Sure. That seems like what, I'm gonna try to talk to them and not maintain eye contact? What, are you the most awkward person in the world? My lady, how doth thou beeth in the parketh? By thyself, I say, staring at her toes. Wishing desperately that I could swallow them with my mouth. What? I'm jealous, how do I react? I, Probably this. Just kind of pretend I'm not, you know. That. If I have any superpowers, which of these is shapeshifting? Well, it has to be spells. Because spells just do all the other things. I feel like this is the cheat answer. If spells is an option, I feel like it's the cheat answer over everything else. Like, objectively. I feel like it's the best one. Main character or a minor? I don't want to be a minor. That seems pretty bad. Sure. Just give me some screen time. Well, being a villain sounds fun. Depends what genre. Actually, you know what? That's fair. No. Let's go with that. Do I have my heart to manipulate people? Again, we move on. I don't have to say anything except I'm running a cult. I feel like the fact that you're here at all, objectively, every single streamer is manipulative because I'm manipulating a group of people to join me, and I'm manipulating an algorithm to drag more people at my feet so that I can step on them for my enjoyment and theirs. That is how this works. My choice of weapon, I'm sorry, but knives are the sexiest weapon. Objectively. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Knives are the sexiest weapon. Someone is stealing from a source. Snitches get stitches. Snitches get stitches. Guns are hotter. Incorrect. Incorrect. Knives are the sexiest. Objectively. Up close and personal. They look good. You can get some really sexy knives. They're sharp. You can kind of, you know, put it under the chin, point it into like a little spot. You can do stuff. You're American, so you're biased. Okay, if you're American, you should know that guns are like the least sexy weapon that exists. You're like a good hammer. Okay, but a hammer's not sexy. A gun isn't sexy. A knife can be lithe. It can be firm. It can be like have some width. You can go into all the nice spots. You can hold it against someone, and you know, it's good. You can do a lot with a gun. Yeah, less than you can with a knife. Plus, guns look just stupid. Guns look dumb. I'm gonna be so honest. Guns just look stupid. Every single gun just looks objectively unattractive. Anyone holding a gun is less attractive to me. I just think you're a redneck. Whichever one is practical. Okay, but we're not talking practicality. We're looking sexiness. In this world, we can cast spells. I don't need any of the weapons. I just go alakazam. Your dick is made of a broom. Alakablam. Go fist your nan. Skedaddle skadoodle. Your dick is made of strudel. And then bedazzle badoozle. You really want to eat strudel? I really could have done this better. I could have made it rhyme. I don't know how to make stuff rhyme. I cast shit out a house. Crunch. Pole arms. You can dance on it. Pole arms can be sexy, but I feel like you have to be like a specific build to make a pole arm sexy. But knives you can make sexy on anyone. Any person can look sexy with a knife. But if you're like a twink, you're like a super thin twink with no muscle on you, and you start using a pole arm, I'm just like, well, this is now unrealistic. You need to have at least enough back strength. Same thing with a bow, right? As someone who used to do a lot of archery, you have to have a really specific build to like realistically do archery. Otherwise, plus a bow, I'm gonna be honest, bows aren't sexy. I feel like for it to be sexy, you have to be able to use it one-handed, right? The sexiest weapons are one-handers. Like, the second I need two hands to do anything with it, I now don't have a hand around your neck or your thigh. Win. I cast Fireball's the most basic one? Yeah, but that's for basic bitches. You don't want to be casting Fireball. You want to be like, I cast Nearsightedness. And then followed up with, I cast, you know, Ice Explosion. Plus fire. Fire is the least sexy type of magic. You have illusions. You have enchantment. You have transmutation. Transmutation is the sexiest one. Conjuration is second, right? Transmutation is the sexiest. By far. Everyone could do with a good shape changing, right? Enchantment and conjuration are tied for number 2. And then if we start talking elements, right? Fire is the most basic, bitch, boring, shitty element. Ice is the sexiest. Because it's ice. You can use a polearm and you're a twink. Okay, but if you can use a polearm effectively, then you're not, like, anti-muscle twink. Ass of Holding is a fun spell. Okay, but what about Ass of Folding? Just fold their ass inside out. Like Rock? Yeah, Rock is also up there. I would say if you're talking like basic 4 elements, Fire is by far the worst. Followed by, I would say, Air. Not because Air isn't cool. Air is the coolest of like the 4 elements, right? Air has the most stuff you can do with it. But Air is not sexy because there's nothing visual. I'm a visual learner. Lol. But there's nothing cool you can do visually with Air. Whereas, like, water / ice and rock, there's a bunch of cool stuff. Now, plant magic? Okay, but we were talking the basic 4, right? Sure, yes, we can fuck a plant, right? We can do that. That's cool, right? But we were talking the basic 4. The basic 4. Once we start talking about, like, plants, we get into, like, darkness magic, which is always cool. I'm also biased. Rock Banders are the best. Again, I like me some ice magic. I'm biased. Most games I play, I rush the ice magic. Alright, what would I rather be? Home, friend's house, at a party, park, out of the country, library, mountains. It depends. Blood magic controlling the water and blood. Entirely depends of how that's how that universe's magic system works. Like if you take D&D, blood magic is its own thing. Doesn't have any link to water. If you're in the Avatar world, sure. That's not how that works. It depends entirely on the genre. You can control blood and become a dickbender. Again, entirely depends if that's how that world works. Plus, specifically in the world of Avatar, bloodbending is objectively an evil action. Because of the spiritual stuff. Ooh. This entirely depends, but I would say generally a friend's house. I would say generally. But at a party, I get awkward. Favorite animal? Of all of these, birds. Of all these, I love me a bird. I wanted to get into falconry, but both my parents were not the biggest fans because my dad is scared of lizards and birds, because they still have the kind of like lizardy feet, remind him of lizards. I couldn't have one over there. I have a bird over there. And my mom, at that house, there was someone who did, like pigeons. Like, when you, like, train pigeons to, like, fly around? Yeah. Can't really have a bird of prey near someone training pigeons. Because otherwise, that's snack time. What a raven. Caw! 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 Yeah, ravens are sick. I always wanted, like, a kestrel. I like the birds of prey. I love me an eagle. Golden eagle's objectively best bird, right? Love me an eagle, like a golden eagle. But if I wanted, like, a bird of prey as a pet, I feel like kestrels are, like, the perfect size, For, like, the average house. Because eagles are too big. Like, an eagle owl especially. Love me owls. Love owls. Y'all are sick. All the owls in chat. Fucking love y'all. You're too big. And you have too many issues. There's so many issues that come with owning an owl, but they're so fun. They're like catbirds. Favorite movie genre? I would say probably out of all of these, probably sci-fi. Let's see what we got. I see what we got. Cool and Collected. I got Kudare. See, as I told you, this I don't think is accurate. I don't even think this is accurate to what we looked up. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, this is also not even what a kudere is. A kudere is cold, quiet, calm, and emotionless. Yeah, see, I don't think that's correct. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that works. I don't think that's correct. I was too nonchalant, sure. Might that make sense? Yeah, most of these won't make sense, because these things end up, like, sucking most of the time. Alright, let's post this next one. That's not what I meant to do. Hang on. Yeah, kudere, I don't think makes sense. I don't think I'm kudere. Alright, Nyx. Let's give this one a go. I might open about my crush. I mean, I don't have one. I don't have one, so like that's our crush gives you a kiss on the cheek in public. I'd be confused. I start rubbing against them and purring. What the fuck? Is this quiz okay? I feel like this is a bit, I don't think this one is the right genre for us. I don't think that, that's quite right. I don't think that's the vibe of this stream. I feel like that's for the people who grew up on Tumblr. Or are still in the Tumblr phase. Okay, wait. This is a fairly good point. So I was never really on Tumblr, right? I was never really a Tumblrite. Tumblr-C, right? I was never one of them. But if you are, right, let's say you are a Tumblrite. What is the current day version of, like, Tumblr girlies? What is the current day version of, like, Tumblr girls? What are they doing? What are they doing nowadays? What's the current Tumblr? Is it just Tumblr? Okay. This one instantly a little bit easier. I can't say I'm longer because you have your own stream now, but you keep your channel open. Bye, guys. Go enjoy your stream, Kiwis. Go have fun. See you around. Pick one. None of these seem like good options. Oh, thank you. Oh, we got AM Brew. Some fucking AM Brew. I love the taste of banana. Oh my god, thanks. Did you get some? Oh, so good. Ah. It's a hard bit. You ever eat chicken, but then there's like a hard bit in it? Okay. We got some chicken, chat. Why is it weirdly crunchy? I'm confused, chat. Alright, this is... Okay, well, let's go through this. But this is... confusing. Just chicken? Yeah. Pick one. I don't know what... I don't think this is my vibe either. I think most of these are pretty much not my vibe. Let's try this one. You were gone? Oh, were you fully gone? Oh. You know, the first quiz sucked. Somehow at the end of that we got kudere, which I don't think was quite correct. I don't think that was correct. Even based off the answers I gave. Select all words that resonate with you or you found relatable. Sure. 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 Sometimes. Okay. Now pick some things that others have described you as. Okay, what have anybody described me as? Annoying, sure. Nobody has described me of any of these three, ever. Don't think anyone's called me that. People have called me that before. Don't think so. Don't think so. Don't think so. Don't think so. Probably. I guess, sure. Act in any... What? Would I be willing to act in an abusive or toxic way towards a love interest? I'm willing to act? What does this mean? What? What? What the fuck? Chat, I don't think we should be doing this. I'd stop doing this. What the fuck? Why is every one of these quizzes, like, fucking weird? What the hell-y? What the fuck? I guess let's just get it done. Like, sure. If they ask me to, sure. Let's do some consensualness. Let's do some consent. What's a Shay? It's like, would you be willing to act in an abusive way? Your internet's bad? Oof. How'd you hydrate? I have been! Ah! The raccoon's asking me to drink water. Ah! I jack towards others compared to your love interest. Well, ask something like that? Exactly. We picked the consensual one. Sure, if it's consensual, why not? What the fuck? Hack towards others. What? I feel like these questions are for someone who cares a lot more about this and is much more kind than me, you know? I feel like I'm too straight. You get me? You get me? If I have romantic feelings for someone, I'm ace. I'm ace. It's like when I got pinned in a room and forced to do a smash a pass. It's just fucking no to everyone. No, I don't have feelings really. No. So are you around an ace? What do you mean around? Am I around? Am I around what? Life? Am I around life? Sure. Arrow and ace? Ow. Ow. But I feel like just by hanging out with people, you don't develop a romantic interest. Like, nobody does. Let's be fair here. Nobody does. And I don't really date. So, like, kind of hard to figure out. If you never try. Sure. Well, actually. Fuck, there was an answer that made more sense. Shit. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. We gotta go through this now. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. There was a funny one. There was a funny one. Wait, did I pass it again? Did I pass it again? I might have passed it again. I don't care. I don't care enough about it. Wait, can I just go back? There we go. Nice. Got it. We got it, chat. Fucking did it. We're so cool. Someone who can humiliate me. Yeah, because I would ever even... What streamer would ever take that on a stream? Let's be honest. Wait. We know who would. The person who wants to be hurt and humiliated. Okay, I just don't have enough of a connection with those sort of feelings to ever, even comprehend that. What am I saying? I don't know. Sure. 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 That just sounds like your average relationship. I feel like that's just how that works with someone who's ADHD. Found out your partner was cheating on you. I mean, probably move on. Yeah. And probably also, you know, yeah. If your lover gave you a gift you disliked, like how would you react? I would break up with them on the spot. You know for a fact that people are out there like that shit. Gods are returning. Wonderful. Save me from this depression. Probably that. Probably, I guess. Probably. The fuck asked me to do this? Ah. I feel like every answer is just so awkward. Interest? I don't know because I can't answer these questions because I'm too ace for this. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Not sure, sure. Have I been loud or obnoxious? Yes. I think so. But like not in like a dickhead way. Sure. Why not? This stream sucks. I should just play some Rogue Trader. Like, what I miss? Literally nothing. Literally nothing. It's just me being awkward at questions that are built for someone who is not this ace. That's about it. Jealous when people are hanging out with others? No, because people are stupid. No, like, who gives a fuck? If you give a fuck, you're a weirdo. Do any of the following sound like things you would do? Sure. I mean, it's the ADHD talking, but like sure. It's still fairly lazy. I hang out with friends, teasing people because I find it fun. Sure. Yeah. Sure. Sometimes. Yes. No. Clumsy, sure. Yeah. No, not really at all. Sometimes. Highly depends on the day. Do I have a hard time saying no? Not really. Not really. What the fuck does that even mean? Or smug dere. Was that good for you, chat? Was that what you wanted? Was that everything you wanted in life? Is that your ultimate goal? Did I fill a hole somewhere within your chest that you didn't know was there, but I kept it open and pounded that like your heart? I don't know what I'm saying. Eh. I can't believe all I got was an eh. You were going to say something about other holes. Right. You know we're on Twitch, right? This isn't blue Twitch. I don't have a blue Twitch. I feel like you're getting me confused for like every other VTuber that's ever existed, you know? I have no blue Twitch, for I am simply to say so. I'm not based enough. I'm simply Sag? Okay, explain. Explain. Explain yourself. Explain yourself. Come on. You can't goon. Well, correct. It's kind of the wrong platform, not gonna lie. You know what a blue Twitch is? Don't worry about it. Tisn't importante. For I do not have one. I don't really have any plans in the future for having one. I mean, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see, but like, you know. There's a chance. Why are you sounding excited? Why are you sounding excited? Why are you sounding excited? Don't look at me guiltily. You're not? Liar. Liar, you know why? Not really. No. Unfortunately not. Hey. Say. Ugh. Ugh. Arrah. 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 Ah. I just burped and it went out my nose. I shit my nose. My nose smells like banana and it now tastes like banana. Ah. Okay. So, today is obviously a much shorter stream because I have a friendo here. And it's like the second day, but I just wanted to get a stream out there because obviously we have the video coming up tomorrow. In terms of stream schedules, just keep checking the live tracker because it will be updated regularly because, you know, that shit is not something I have planned because it really comes down to what we're doing every day. So just keep an eye on that. Again, tomorrow, 6 p.m. BST, we have Resident Evil video, and then there will also be a short as normal. So check that out. It should be pretty good. If it's not good, we will put Mel, our editor, in a gladiatorial pit, and we'll have them fight lions while naked. How's that sound? How's that sound? You don't want that? Well, we'll put it down to a vote. But you know, if there's not enough views, then one vote could sway it either way. So I might put my vote in for the gladiatorial pit because I just want to run the pit. Not Mel? Why not Mel, huh? Why not? I vote Mel. I vote Mel goes in the pit. Like, regardless, Mel just goes in the pit. Regardless of what happens, Mel goes in the pit. You vote me? I can't go in the pit. I'm disembodied. That's not how this works. I can't go in the pit. It's impossible. What's in the pit? The lions. They eat the naked people. I'm sorry, you said no? The poor Mel, no, you didn't even know? You didn't even know it was happening? Wow. Mel, your voters are misinformed. There's voter misinformation. I'm gonna have to subtract several votes. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna have to subtract those votes. Apparently only 2% of my viewers are from my channel. What? I don't think that's correct. I'm gonna have to say that Twitch is probably wrong on that one. Just gonna make an assumption there. They're potentially. Oh my god, we got the payment this month. Holy shit! When's it payout though? When's Twitch payout day? I don't remember when payout day is. Balls, an ass, and balls the 5th. Fuck. Fucking balls and ass. You love lions? Do you want to fight a bunch of lions while you're naked? We won't pay you. Ah. How do you let the champagne get warm? Wait, it's cold. Not naked. Okay, but you do want to fight lions. Good to know. Good to know. We'll give you a thong. And a camping chair. Lions are cute. True. Lions are big kitties. Cheetahs are even more like big kitties. Cheetahs are literally just giant, like, house cats. They are fucking adorable. Aren't cheetahs not technically like big cats or something? Because they're like literally not big enough. They're literally too much like a normal cat. That's like an actual thing, no? That's like actually a thing, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I might be wrong. I might be too stupid. Chat, am I stupid? Chat, what's my stupid rating out of stupid? Your options are stupid, stupid, and not stupid. Are they the same family? They are? What's the thing about, like, cheetahs, though? There's, like, something about cheetahs that makes them, like, completely different to all of the big cats. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I absolutely could be. The discussion like 2 days ago. Okay, and what's the answer? I'm very strong. I know that. They basically just kill you by just yeeting themselves at you like a bullet. Oh, can't they meow? This thing, or they can purr or something, right? Isn't that the thing with them? Unless I'm stupid. I never know. I feel like I live my life just assuming that I'm stupid. But then I say something based, and it's fully true and fully based, but everyone says I'm stupid anyway. And I never get the satisfaction from it. Sorry, scratching. Sorry. Sorry, feels good. Feels pretty good. You ever scratch yourself and just go, oh yeah. Me all the time. Just all the time. Okay. I'm gonna call stream here. It is a very short stream, but I just wanted to like basically like a check up and just say hi, hello, I'm still alive. Don't know when the next stream is gonna be. It'll be in a couple of days. I will update everyone on the Discord, so join the Discord if you want to know. Otherwise, there's a live tracker here that will be updated when I know what I'm doing. I think probably like Friday, Saturday. I think probably one of those 2 days. Again, for the next couple of weeks, there's going to be less streams just because I have a friend over who is sat behind me and who I bully regularly, but they like it, so it's allowed. Regardless, I'm going to go. So I will see y'all around when I next see you. Again, this is a bit more of a shitty poo-poo stream. But the next one, I promise, will be a little bit more poggy-woggy ooh-woo. For the fact that I crossed the ooh-woo voice and the nothing. Okay, what if you don't do that, though? What if you don't do that? Bye next time. Goodbye. Goodbye, beaches. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. And a final goodbye.